Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Hara 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 Haraya Namah Om. Haraya Namah Om. Haraya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Jaya 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 Mrityunjayaya Namah Om. Jayaya Namah Om. Jayaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Dhimi 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 Mridaya Namah Om. Mridaya Namah Om. Mridaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Kindly tell us about the Guru Parampara of Pujya Swamiji and about the three Mahatmas we did puja this morning. The three Mahatmas who are there, they are the three Gurus of Pujya Swamiji. Swami Dayanandji, when he was about 26 or 28, he met Swami Chinmayanandji in Chennai. One Dana Yajna was going on. Dana Yajna means talk series on Mundaka Upanishad. And somebody suggested that there is a Swami and he is talking. So he went there. And first time he listened to Mundaka Upanishad and he felt that it is something, we has listened earlier. And he continued his study, whatever Jnana Yajna, he continued to attend. And afterwards he became the member of the Chinmay mission. And afterwards he attended so many Jnana Yajnas. And after some time he was studying with Swamiji and he was doing so much seva to Swamiji. Some books which are published by Chinmay mission, Swamiji has done all typing work. And Puja Swamiji used to say that when he used to do that, he said, I used to love doing it. And when I see that paper after typed, I myself used to feel so happy. You know, and he has done so much. And then Puja Swamiji went to Bangalore and he was editing the magazine, Tyagi. And after some time, he had certain questions. And for that, Swami Chinmayananji himself suggested him to go to Swami Pranavananji, who is there on my right side, right extreme. That is Pranavananji. And he mainly explained the importance of pramanam, how the self-knowledge is by Vedanta pramanam. Vedanta is a pramanam. That particular aspect was made very clear to him, which was not perhaps clear earlier. And Swamiji said after that, everything was falling in its place. So that is Swami Pranavananji. He was giving talks in Telugu only. So Swamiji stayed there in what is it, Kachinada or something, some place, Kakinada. So he stayed there and he studied for some time. So that is his guru. First guru Swami Chinmayananji, and then second is Pranavananji. And then Swami Chinmayananji gave sannyasa diksha to Swami Dayananji. And that's a wonderful thing. Swami Chinmayananji, one day he told him that tomorrow barber will come and the priest will come. He did not say tomorrow will be given sannyasa. He didn't even ask that will you take sannyasa or not. Just he said tomorrow it will happen. And Swamiji said, I enjoyed that trust. That even he did not ask, will you take sannyasa or not? Tomorrow you will take sannyasa. Imagine about yourself. If I tell you tomorrow you will take sannyasa, tonight itself people will go. I have to pay to the barber without doing his job. All right. When I heard this, I was very much touched by that. What a trust between Guru and Shishya, what a relationship. And he gave next day sannyasa. And that priest, the sannyasa, in that some shraddha is to be done. For 3 generations, father side, 3 generations, mother side, and for oneself also. We do shraddha for ourselves. And that priest who had come, he knew Swamiji's father. Swamiji is from the Tanjore Brahmin family, so he knew, oh, you are the son of that Gopal Iyer. So then it was done, and he was given the name Swami Dayananda. And Swami Viditatmananji was telling that once one group of people asked Swami Chinmayananji that why did you give this name Dayananda? Because Dayananda is a very popular name in North India, who is the founder of Arya Samaj. Many people get confused. He said, people think that when Swamiji was alive, that time also people think he was 500 years ago or something. So he said, why did you give this name? Then Swami Chinmayananji said, I did not have a choice. Means Swamiji, our Swami Dayananji was having so much compassion that Swami Chinmayananji did not get any other name appropriate for him. He says, I did not have a choice. That is the name he deserved, that compassion. And afterwards, Puja Swami Dayananji, he went to Rishikesh. And in Rishikesh, there is a very great ashram called Kailash Ashram. Very traditional ashram, about 140-45 years old ashram. Great Mahatmas are there. Even now, you can see that classical look is there. And Swamiji went there and studied with one Swami Tarananji, who is with headgear, that you will see on the left side, my left side. So that is Swami Tarananji. that Swamiji did not know English. Swami Dayanand did not know Hindi much. So most of the study was mainly Sanskrit. And Hindi little bit he picked up Puja Swamiji. And he learnt some Sanskrit also, grammar further he learnt. He had studied some Sanskrit in, I think, Chennai, and then further he learnt. And there he studied Brahma Sutra, the entire Brahma Sutra with Swami Taranji. And he had met Swami Vishnu Devananji, who was the head of the ashram at that time, but he studied with Tarananji. And he stayed in Rishikesh. He completed his study for about 3 years. Every day he has to walk from the Dayanand ashram to Kailash ashram. Even we used to walk when I was there. So when sometimes we used to attend this, because the bank of Ganges, and but he used to do that morning, I think. Yeah, he used to go in the class in the morning, and then he used to come back, and he himself was teaching at that time also. When he was learning, that time also he was teaching. And Swami Tarananji very nicely told, he said, when this Swami Dayananji came, he said, what all lakshanas a mumukshu should have, he had. That is the great compliments from Guru. So much, in fact, he also had respect for Swamiji, and Puja Swamiji expressed his gratitude by getting him a place, whatever he wants. I remember once I was there, I was staying there in Rishikesh, that time, Swamiji said, whatever he wants, whatever he wants, you please tell me. He said, I am not able to hear sometime, but because he was very soft spoken, very, very softly he will speak, Swami Taranji. To hear him is very difficult. Your hearing test will happen. So if you can hear him, your hearing is good. So that very soft. And so Swamiji said, he said, whatever he wants, that readiness to serve, really amazing it was. And so these are the 3 teachers. And Swami Chinmayananji is a Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. Means he gave him teaching, and also he gave him initiation into sannyasa. Since Swami Chinmayananji, he was the disciple of Swami Shivananji, Shivananda Saraswati. Therefore, Chinmayananda Saraswati. Therefore, Dayananda Saraswati. Then Sadatmanand Saraswati. That's how the parampara is there. And he used to have Puja Swamiji so much respect, reverence, gratitude to his all 3 teachers. I have seen that these 3 pictures used to be here. Earlier this was here. So Swamiji used to come for a walk because he cannot walk outside, so his health was not good, but he was asked to walk, so he will take a walk like this, here, in this lecture hall. And after completing one round, he will stand there, do namaskara, another one. So much gratitude. And they were not there. It is not to show up, they were not there. He is expressing his gratitude. Wonderful. This I learnt from him. What it means to have gratitude to the teachers. And so this is about these 3 Mahatmas. And I refer to, if you have heard this bhajan, I refer to some other names also. One Tapovanji Maharaj. So Swami Chinmayananji studied his Vedanta with Tapovanji. He was a great, very well-known saint in the north. He was known for his Vairagyam. Even now, Uttarkashi, there is one place, so he used to sit there. And from there he used to just look at Ganges. It's away. It's such a wonderful. Nowadays they have cornered and all this, but when I went there in 95 or something, I think I also said that place where he used to sit. I said, okay, it must be great. And really it is a wonderful experience to see sitting there. You look at Ganges, and it really puts you into meditative mode. So that is what Swami Tapovanji Maharaj, from whom Swami Chinmayananji studied. Swami Chinmayananji, he was in the He was I think an editor or is a reporter. Journalist, not journalist. So he was not believing in all these sadhus and all this. In fact, he wanted to expose all of them. So for that purpose, he went to take interview of Shivananji. And he was so impressed by Shivananji's life and all, so he is changed. Then I think Shivananji suggested him to study from Swami Taran, Tapovanji Maharaj. So he studied with him. And Tapovanji Maharaj was highly dispassionate. He did not believe in going and teaching and all this. He used to say that if somebody is thirsty, he will come to the well. Why well should go to the person? Swami Chinmayananda said, but river flows, River flows to the ground. The people did not have to come to Himalayas. Ganges flows. So he said, I would like to be Ganges. So he went and he did so many Gnana Yagnas. His Gnana Yagna means talk series. And earlier he used to do this talk series of 40 days and 30 days and all this. When he started in Pune. So only I think 3 or 5 people were there. That's all. And lot of opposition. When Swami Chinmayananda started teaching Upanishad, he said Upanishad should not be taught in public. Lot of opposition. Now we are studying so easily. In those days it was not. But, they ladies should not hear according to them. So many other people should not hear. He said, in fact, I think he only gave the answer. He said, Upanishad has got its own safety mechanism. What? He said, those who are qualified, they will hear and understand. Those who are not qualified, they will sleep off. So, he said, we don't have to worry. Anyway, so that is how Swami Tapovanji Maharaj was there as a teacher and as a great Mahatma. Swami Chinmayananda also really showed his gratitude to him. He also made a place around and he was ready to serve. But Tapovanji Maharaj, even though he was unwell, and people said, Swamiji will take you to Delhi. बोले कि दिल्ली में आदमी मरते नहीं क्या? Means, do you mean to say that if I go to Delhi, I will be saved? In Delhi, do people die or not? Delhi also people die. So what a big deal. He did not come down. Maximum he used to come down up to Rishikesh. And from Rishikesh he will walk again to Uttarkasi. 40 days he will take. That is why his name was Tapovanam. And he was very selective in his teaching, So he will not allow everybody to come. And when he takes Mandukya, he will go further up. Already Uttarkashi was up. He will go further up. Only few people, very selective. But he was highly respected, Tapovanji Maharaj. So we remember and express our gratitude, seek their blessings. All right. You had mentioned about a pattern, an order to be adopted in the study of Vedanta. Can you explain it more? Where should we start and what should we learn in stages to progress? I think this morning I mentioned that if you are starting, the better start with Tattva Bodha, text called Tattva Bodha. Then afterwards, generally we teach here Bhagavad Gita, Moolam, means without any commentary, Moolam. And some other texts like Viveka Chudamani, full Viveka Chudamani, or we take here a abridged version, 108. And some Atma Bodha, Upadesha Saram, they can be studied. And then after studying all this, you can start Upanishad, generally Mundaka Upanishad, then Katha Upanishad, then the Kena Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. And then if you have time, this Chandogya, generally we do 6 chapters. And then Mandukya Upanishad. If you have more time, Brihadaranyaka. But otherwise, Chandogya, 6 chapters and Mandukya. This is the order generally we follow. And when you have studied 1 or 2 Upanishad Moolam, afterwards you can start this, if you have got enough Sanskrit and the teachers are available, you study the Bhashyam, the commentary on this Bhagavad Gita, and afterwards you can start studying the Upanishad with Bhashyam. It depends upon whether you are studying in the course or you are studying online, etc. So it depends on how much Sanskrit you have. If you have enough Sanskrit background, then it is good to study Bhashyam. If Sanskrit is not good at all, or everything you depend upon translation only, then it is better to study only Moolam. Moolam means the original text, that is better. And if you want to study Bhashyam, then some Sanskrit should be there. Otherwise, it will not benefit much. You will get some idea definitely, but more benefit will come only when some Sanskrit is there. For studying the original text, you don't require Sanskrit because teacher will take care. But Bhashya means some grammar points will come. He will say Shatru Pratyayanta and all this. So you should know what is Shatru Pratyayanta. In Hindi, Shatru means enemy. Vacha Swamiji, Sanskrit mein enemies are there. So it's not enemy, it's different. All right. So I hope this gives the answer. Once you cross the stage of Mananam, you already have a complete conviction. Then is it not natural for you to practice it? Is Nididhyasanam not natural? Yes. If you have got conviction, then this Nididhyasanam will happen. In fact, your conviction itself will lead you to that. But because of some ragadvesha issue, sometimes person may be little lazy or what is called careless about it. And therefore, we specifically mention to do the sadhana of Nididhyasanam. But otherwise, if you are very well convinced, Nididhyasana will happen. In fact, that is how it is. If your Shravanam is complete, Mananam will start happening. And if Mananam is complete, Nididhyasana will start happening. But because of our laziness or some raga for particular thing, we need to be told. If someone is in Nididhyasanam, he already enlightened. See, what do you mean by enlightened? In fact, when he did Shravanam, he is enlightened. He got Dhanam. In Vichar Sagara, this particular topic is discussed. He said, when you hear this Mahavakya, you are Brahman, you got Aparoksha Dhanam. Only Pratibandhaka is to be removed. That's a nice way of saying. Instead of postponing our enlightenment long time later, you are enlightened. Only thing with enlightenment, some obstacles are there. So we need not be so much bothered about getting the title enlightened. Swamiji, can I write before me enlightened Sudhir or whatever? The very pressure to be known as enlightened becomes an obstacle in enlightenment. This is one I learnt, very well from one particular instance which one person told me. That person was having some stomach issue, and he was getting some Ayurveda treatment. And stomach issue was somewhat related with some stress also. Then the doctor said, you take the medicine, but don't have anxiety to be cured immediately. If you have anxiety, you will not be cured. If you are anxious to be cured, you will not be cured. I said, wow, that's a great thing. So you do what is to be done without having the anxiety for the result. The anxiety for the result will stop your result. I generally give this example in cricket. If this person is very anxious to do century, he will be out. The very anxiety to do. In fact, one batsman told, he said, I was batting very well, but the partner, his other fellow batsman, he told him, oh, you have already reached 96. And he said, I lost my concentration, I become anxious, got out. If he was not told, he would have made century. Anyway, so idea is that you do what is to be done, but don't have the anxiety when will enlightenment come. But one thing is that when enlightenment happens, you will know it. It is not that Swamiji, by chance, I got enlightenment and still I am doing sadhana. Will it happen like this? Like in World War, it happened, Second World War. So even though World War was stopped, but many places the message did not go. So there's many soldiers kept on fighting. So Swamiji, will it not happen to us? We may overshoot the target. Sometimes happen. No, we are driving. Anaikatti, many people say Anaikatti ashram. So they pass by this ashram. They reach Anaikatti. So Swamiji, will it not happen? I am already sadhana, very sincerely doing, and I might have got enlightenment, but I don't know. That will not happen. When you have this vision, I am Brahma, and you are very much convinced and it is assimilated, you cannot miss it. Like when you are taking food and you are satiated, it means you are full, you know it. That yes, now I am full, I cannot take any more. You know it. You don't ask somebody, am I full now? Should I get up? Children, okay, but you know it. Similarly, you will know it. One Swamiji used to give this example. He says one lady or girl, whatever we call, she became pregnant first time. She was very anxious about it. And she was thinking, generally nowadays Google mothers, so they do a lot of Google search. So I mean, this is an old story, the old time story. So she was telling, mother, I am pregnant, but perhaps when I am asleep, in my deep sleep, I may deliver the baby. And something may happen to the baby. So if by chance, if I am delivering, please wake me up. Mother said, not only you will wake up, you will wake the whole village up. When delivery happens, it is not a small thing. So don't worry about it. Similarly, enlightenment happens, you will definitely know it. But don't have anxiety. In fact, one more thing, let me tell you. A wise person does not consider himself to be a wise person. A wise person, if you ask him, are you a wise person? He will say, I am not a wise person, I am Brahma. I am not Brahma Jnani, I am Brahma. So Brahma Jnanitva also is Abhimana. Because Jnanitva, it belongs to this mind. And therefore, wise person doesn't say, oh, now great effort I did and now I became wise person. That is not there. So very craze for the title of being enlightened will come in your way to get enlightened. So you do whatever sadhana is to be done. It's automatically, it happens. Always in pursuit, the one principle is focus on what is to be done. The result will be taken care of. It will happen. You don't have to work about it. It just happens. You keep doing. You keep doing what is to be done in a given stage of life. That is what I have followed. That is what I have seen in Pujya Swamiji. Pujya Swamiji kept saying, in Shatabhishekam he says, that's what we keep on doing. Doing what is to be done, and you find you have Shatabhishekam. That's how it is. So that's how it is. Okay. So if someone is in Nididhyasanam, is he already enlightened? Yes. He has got knowledge. That is why he can do Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is to be done by a person who has got the result of Mananam, called conviction. So he is enlightened in the sense he has got the conviction. Enlightened means what? Light has come. That is called enlightened. What is light? Knowledge. He has got knowledge. Knowledge with conviction. So Nididhyasanam person is in a way enlightened. But since there is an habitual error, therefore we call it that he is Jnani but not Jnana Nishtha. So Nididhyasu is the one who is Jnani, enlightened, but not Jnana Nishtha. For Jnana Nishtha, Nididhyasanam is there. All right. We have got today bhajan program, so you are spared. No question. No question answer. Shanti is helping us today. Okay, one question. We should be free from raga and dvesha. Then mumuksha, does it come under raga? Mumuksha is a desire, but it is a desire which will put an end to all desires. If you have intense desire for moksha, which is called mumuksha, that mumuksha will swallow all the desires, and when moksha comes, that mumuksha also will go away. So it is a desire, but a desire which puts an end to all other desires. Please explain the subtle difference between mananam and nididhyasanam. Mananam is meant for getting conviction, removing the doubts, whereas nididhyasanam is meant for assimilation of the conviction. So result of mananam is conviction. The result of nididhyasanam is assimilation, removing the habitual error of considering myself to be a limited karta, bhokta, doer, enjoyer, jiva. So there is a difference, result-wise difference, even sadhana-wise difference. Because in the mananam, you are using lot of logic, convincing yourself, whereas in nididhyasanam, logic is not used. Only ready-made, you just swallow. So this nididhyasanam is the process of assimilation, whereas the mananam is something like eating and chewing rather. So shravanam can be eating, mananam can be chewing, and nididhyasanam is digesting. That is how it is. I hope it makes the difference clear. All right, so we have nice bhajan session. Yes, Shanti, please come. Today is Guru Purnima, so she will sing some Guru bhajan. Guru bhajan, no, Shanti? Yes. You can sing other ones also.
Hari Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, Swamiji, for giving me this opportunity to present a few bhajans. So, I'll just start with an invocation, composition of Pujya Swamiji. And after that, it will be bhajans which others you can all follow. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa namami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa namami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahadeva मूदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि मातङ्गाननं माहेश्वरम् मातङ्गाननं माहेश्वरम् तापत्रययुत भवरोग भैषजं मातङ्गाननं माहेश्वरम् तापत्रययुत भवरोग भैषजं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेव मूदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि शतकोटिविघ्न परिहार चरणं शान्त्यादि सर्व कल्याण गुणदं शतकोटिविघ्न परिहार चरणं शान्त्यादि सर्व कल्याण गुणदं हृदन्तरं निखिल लोकगं शिवं हृदन्तरं निखिल लोकगं शिवं परं पदं प्रदं प्रदतं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेव मूदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि शिरसा नमामि. गुरु हर गुरु हरि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरु हर गुरु हरि गुरु हर गुरु हरि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुरेव साक्षात् परब्रह्मा गुरुरेव परब्रह्मा जय 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 जगद्गुरु जगदिदमखिलं तव रूपं जगदिदं तव रूपं जय 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 हर 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 शिव 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 जगद्गुरु जगद्गुरु गुरु हर गुरु हरि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरु हर गुरु गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुरेव साक्षात् परब्रह्मा गुरु हर गुरु हरि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरु हरि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा 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 गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में कोटि प्रणाम गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे तुम ही शक्ति हो तुम ही भक्ति हो तुम ही शक्ति हो तुम ही भक्ति हो तुम ही मुक्ति हो मेरे सांब शिवा तुम ही मुक्ति हो मेरे सांब शिवा गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में स्वामी प्रणाम तुम ही प्रेरणा तुम ही साधना 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 तुम ही आराधना मेरे सांब शिवा 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 गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा गुरु मातृपिता गुरु बंधु सखा तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम 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 शंकर गुरो जय शंकर गुरो शंकर गुरो जय शंकर भगवत्पाद शंकर गुरो शंकर भगवत्पाद रघुरो शंकर गुरो जय शंकर गुरो शंकर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर भगवत्पाद शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर भगवत् शङ्कर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कराचार्य गुरु शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो गुरो शङ्कर भगवत्पाद शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर भगवत्पाद शङ्कर रो अपार महिमा गुरुनाथ कृपा सागरा गुरुनाथ कृपा सागर गुरुनाथ अपार महिमा गुरुनाथ अपार कृपा सागरा गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ जय गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ सद्गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ शङ्कर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो शङ्कर गुरो जय शङ्कर गुरो गुरुदेवाय नमो नमो गुरुदेवाय गुरुदेवाय नमो नमो गुरुदेवाय हे परमेश्वर नमो नमो हे परमेश्वर नमो गुरुदेवाय नमो नमो गुरुदेवाय ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर रूपा त्रिमूर्ति रूपा नमो नमो त्रिमूर्ति रूपा ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर रूपा त्रिमूर्ति रूपा नमो नमो त्रिगुणातीता नमो नमो आनंद रूपा नमो नमो आनंद रूपा नमो नमो हे परमेश्वर नमो नमो हे परमेश्वर नमो नमो गुरुदेवाय नमो नमो गुरुदेवाय भावातीता भाग्यविदाता भावाता भाग्यविदाता भवभयहरणा नमो नमो त्रिलोकनाथा नमो नमो त्रिलोकनाथा नमो नमो चिन्मय रूपा नमो नमो, चिन्मय रूपा नमो नमो, हे परमेश्वर नमो नमो, हे परमेश्वर नमो नमो, गुरुदेवाय 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 नमो नमो। गुरु के चरण में गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, जीवन अपना सफल बना ले, जीवन अपना सफल बना ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु बिना ज्ञान कहाँ से पाऊं, गुरु बिना ज्ञान कहाँ से पाऊं, राह में भूल भटक ना जाऊं, राह में भूल भटक ना जाऊं, गुरु सेवा कर गुरु गुण गाले, गुरु सेवा कर गुरु गुण गाले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका, जीवन का कुछ लाभ उठा ले, जीवन का लाभ उठा ले, नाम नौका में बैठ के प्राणी, नाम नौका में बैठ के प्राणी, भव सागर से पार उतर ले, भव सागर से पार उतर ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, जीवन अपना सफल बना ले, जीवन अपना सफल बना ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, गुरु के चरण में शीश झुका ले, शीश झुका ले, शीश झुका ले। शंकराय मंगलम। शङ्कराय 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 मङ्गलम् शङ्करी मनोहराय शाश्वताय मङ्गलम् सुन्दराय मङ्गलं सनातनाय मङ्गलं सुन्दराय चिन्मयाय सन्मयाय तन्मयाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् अनन्ताय मङ्गलं चिरन्तनाय मङ्गलम् अनन्ताय मङ्गलम् तनाय मङ्गलं निरन्तराय मङ्गलं पुरन्दराय मङ्गलं तनाय मङ्गलं पुरन्दराय अचञ्चलाय मङ्गलम् अचिन्तनाय मङ्गलम् अचञ्चलाय जगत्शिवाय मङ्गलं नमः शिवाय मङ्गलं जगत्शिवाय मङ्गलं नमः शिवाय मङ्गलं मङ्गलं मङ्गलम् आनन्दमङ्गलम् आनन्दमङ्गलं मङ्गलं मङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलम् मङ्गलं मङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलं मङ्गलं मङ्गलम् आनन्दमङ्गलम् आनन्दमङ्गलं मङ्गलं मङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलं मङ्गलं मङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलं दयानन्दमङ्गलम्